just about set to go. And today's starting pitcher, Max Fried. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, he's been a very dependable starter for his club, and what stands out for me is that left-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 against him, and it just tells me they have a hard time tracking the baseball. Maybe it's the release point, maybe it's the motion, but just some way, somehow, they've got to figure out a way to pick it up and try to have some success from the left side.
Francisco Lindor, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike one.
His pitch, 705.
There's the strike.
The pitchers on that other side, man, they took a lot of time preparing for him in that pregame meeting. You know, he's got a lot of pop, and it's real pop. It's not fluky at all. He can absolutely change the outlook of a game very quickly. So watch out when he steps in.
Juan Soto now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. One out, bases empty. That misses, and it's 1-2. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. He sends it out of here. It's 1-0.
You almost feel bad for the baseball when Juan Soto hits it. His swing is so powerful. When a guy's got a real hard fastball, you can't overswing. All you've got to do is get the bat head to the spot. If you do, he supplies the power, and you'll get to jog around the bases like he did right there.
Here's Pete Alonso. Put that 600 slugging into context. The league average usually in the low 400s. This one smoked on its way out of here. Pete Alonso takes him deep. Home run number 10 on the year, and they add a run. It's 2-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back.
Singy, this was a mammoth home run, over 460 feet, according to StatCast.
You know, Boog, there are only maybe 20 or so guys in the game that can hit a baseball that far, and it's absolutely crazy it's even that many. Such an impressive swing of the bat right there.
And now it's Mark Vientos. Curve in the dirt. Vientos measures 6 feet 4 inches, batting in the cleanup spot, and he was a second-round pick back in 2017. One down, base is empty. There's a strike.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around first and hustling for second. And that's a 2-bagger.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
One out, runner at second. Here's Brandon Nimmo. That's a strike across the top of the zone.
Here's a batter who, for whatever reasons, plays better on the road, and that should help him here today.
And there's a base hit to left. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with one out.
Yeah, everything came together for him. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Here's Starling Marte. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
One strike.
Right through there for a strike.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
This to third. Good feed. That's one. And that's two. But two round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 2-0 ball game. This is the Subway Series on the show. Back for more from the Bronx. And today's starting pitcher, Clay Holmes. What's the word on him?
Well, coming into this game, hitters are batting under 250 against this starting pitcher. So it just shows you how effective he's been. He's been able to move his pitches around, add and subtract, change up the look so that hitters don't get too comfortable and start squaring up the baseball. We'll see what he's got in this one.
And first offering is fouled off.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
And he takes a strike.
Well, at that velocity, if that's all you're seeing, 88, you can handle that all day long. That's what you get in batting practice. But off the velocity of the fastball, that is a very tough pitch to adjust to.
And they'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Let's go, Ben.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Judge waits. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
One and two.
Just missed.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a two-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up. 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Here's Cody Bellinger. Just missed.
1 ball, no strike.
And the 1-0 misses low.
First 2 hitters get punched out on strikes. Take some notes from the dugout. When you get your chance, go up there and hit the ball hard somewhere.
Check swing, and he went. And a count 2-1.
1 strike.
Hot shot to third. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Yanks held in check, and they're down 2-0. And we're back. Second inning set to go. And here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez.
Get out of here, Max.
Max Fried will go to work. Off the mark there. Ball 1. Swing and a miss as he was out front. Our plate umpire, Earl Hendricks.
Yeah, with Hendricks, Boo, kind of interesting. He's a good, consistent umpire, but you do hear that he kind of favors one side of the plate more than the other. So it's really hard to know for sure, but I think that usually it has to do something with where he sets up prior to each pitch.
What about an umpire's height? How much of a role does that play in your experience and what the strike zone is like?
Yeah, I think it pushes the strike zone up a little bit, which, you know, as a former hitter, you like that. You wanted the ball up. You didn't want to have to deal with stuff down in the zone consistently.
Swings through it for the K. Couldn't catch up to the heater. And next for the Mets, Luis Angel Acuna. And that is out of play. One down, base is empty. And that's in the dirt. And that's through there for a strike. Going to count 1 and 2. Swing and a ground ball and foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Next offering way upstairs.
Count's full.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Struck him out looking.
Bill just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Tyrone Taylor at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one. Two out, space is empty. Fouled off left side. And that skips in the dirt. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Goldie makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Offense held in check there. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Mets 2 and the Yankees nothing. We head to the bottom of the second, and here's Paul Goldschmidt.
The first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
Holmes back to work, and that drops in for a strike. one ripped. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second, and he's got a leadoff double.
He was all over that one. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced, and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And the batter will be the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. In there for strike one.
No ball. One strike. One and two.
In the dirt, but kept close. Got him. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. Now here's Trent Grisham. Foul ball there. One out and a runner at second, bottom half of inning number 2. Foul ball, still 0-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. On the ground to third, and it stays fair. Here comes Goldie around third. He'll score easily. The throw to second is offline.
Well done. Drives in the run. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
One out. Runner at second. Here's the Yankees catcher now, J.C. Esquera. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball one. Man at second. Swings and misses. Strike one.
One ball. One strike.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Pitch kicks away from Alvarez. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Well, he's got nobody to blame but himself. With one out, a runner on third can come home all sorts of ways now. That's why, as a pitcher, you have to execute pitches even better when there are runners on base.
Brunilda Paulino, gracias por suscribirte.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, this is where the team aspect really comes into play on the offensive side of the game, right? I mean, missed opportunity to tie it up with the runner at third, one out, couldn't put the ball in play. So now it's time to pick him up, and that's where good teams, they go to. They operate on this level of next man up. That mentality is what causes them to win series, get into the postseason, and that helps keep the energy and morale high in the dugout.
And now here is Jason Dominguez. the pitch. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. He's under it. And that's the third out. Yankees strike for a run on the RBI double. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. Back in the Bronx, top half of the third inning. Now up to hit Francisco Lindor.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Fastball for a strike. 0-1. The shortstop takes the ball.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
And that one is in the dirt. And the count's even at 2. And there's the ball. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
That's a tough one to swallow right there. If you're on the mound, you're ahead in the count 0-2, and you just couldn't find a way to put him away. It's going to be frustrating if that one comes back to bite him.
Step off, throw to first. Lindor back in there. Bellinger returns it to the infield. Rudder stops at second, and the first two reach to start the inning. We all saw it was hit hard, but how hard was it, Singy? StatCast is here with the answer.
Yeah, Boog, it says the exit velo was 113 miles per hour, and it looked every bit of it, didn't it? I mean, just an impressive swing of the bat, and clearly he saw it out of the pitcher's hand no problem.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. And a curve is down and in. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Gets it there in time, though, so they get the first out of the inning.
Just a great effort all the way around at third base right there. Nice job to get a glove on it with the dive, but it was the recovery that was so impressive. If he doesn't hop to his feet and get the throw off in such a fluid motion over there, I kind of doubt he gets the out.
Mark Vientos digs in now. Golden opportunity right here. In for a strike, and it's 0-1.
No ball, 1 strike.
Freed out of the stretch, fires. And that one fouled off. Second and third, one away. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Next pitch misses way outside. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Fights it off, he'll see another. And that one missing low.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
He goes down looking.
Now batting.
Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And that one fouled off. The 0-1. Maximus notches the K.
Couple of strikeouts with runners on. Sometimes you got to really bear down, and he did just that. Nice job of getting out of the jam and out of the inning.
Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx as we go to the last of the third. Now it's the second baseman, Jorbeat B-Boss. That clips the corner.
0-1.
The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Just missed.
2-1.
And that one pulled foul. The 2-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Line drive caught.
Nice swing and good solid contact. That ball was slow, but needed a little more lift to get into the outfield gap. Maybe a little more backspin.
Back to the top of the lineup, Ben Rice stepping in now for the Yankees. His first at bat was a strikeout. And a foul ball. And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2.
No ball, 2 strike.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. On the ground, and that chance handled. Tosses to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, the third baseman, Aaron Judge.
It's Aaron Judge now. This guy makes great contact. One of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate, and there's a good chance that his bat stays in the zone a long time, and that produces solid contact consistently.
2 down, nobody on. That's in there. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that drops in for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strike.
That one just misses, and it's 2-2.
Executed that pitch very nicely, just missed with it.
And it remains 2-2. Base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Up next for the Yankees.
And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. Grounded out his first time. And that one in there at the knees for a strike. 0-1. Tying run is at first here in the last half of the third. Next pitch is outside. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
1 and 2.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. No throw. Safe at first. And we'll see if it's an error.
Now batting, the first baseman, Paul.
First and second.
Goldschmidt.
2 outs. Paul Goldschmidt now. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. That's off the inside corner. And that's ball 1. Judge, the lead runner out at second. Bellinger on at first with 2 down. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Fought off foul.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Struck him out looking with the off-speed stuff.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Back now with the
Leading
Subway
off with the
Series.
Mets, the right fielder,
Start of the
number
4th,
6,
and now the right fielder, Starling Marte. Hammered, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
The catcher, number 4,
Francisco Alvarez. The next to hit. Struck out swinging his first time. Right through there for a strike. Alvarez measures 5 feet 10 inches, 235 pounds, and he was born in Venezuela. Nobody out, runner at first. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Ball 1 there.
2 strike.
Got him looking. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Luis Angel Acuna now at the plate. Caught looking his first time up.
Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with a pickoff artist on the mound.
Fouled off. He was late. The 0-1. In the dirt.
0-2.
And a swing and a miss. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
Oh, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts. So they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs 1 more out.
Ball 1 to Taylor. Next pitch is outside. Ground ball, Goldie. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Mets strand 1. They lead it 2-1. bottom of the inning.
Leading
Here's
off
the
for the
shortstop
Yankees,
at the plate.
the
Anthony
shortstop,
Volpe.
Anthony Volpe.
Pitches in for a strike. 0-1.
You know, these Yankees showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense. You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. And a swing and a miss. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Well, they get the strikeout there, and what kind of stood out to me
Now
was
batting,
that they weren't
center
shying
fielder,
away from contact.
Brent.
Every single pitch was in the strike zone, and that tells me they wanted to attack him, and it paid off.
Now it's Trent Grisham to the plate. Doubled in his first AB.
Let's go Yankees!
There's the strike. That one ripped, but foul. Home team down a run. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And that's
1-2.
downstairs. Now 1-2. And that's
2 ball, 2
outside.
strike.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And that's down and away.
3-2.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Ninth pitch of the at-bat due next. Outside, and that is ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
1 gone, runner at first. And stepping in for the Yankees, J.C. Esquera. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. And fouled off. Grisham stands at first with 1 out. Got him. Make it 7 strikeouts for him.
The left fielder, number 24.
Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Jason Dominguez. First time up was a pop out. And a foul ball. Two outs.
Strike.
And now 1-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Hit hard on the ground to short. Zips it to first, and that is that. One left for the Yankees, and they trail it here 2-1. Back now with the Subway Series. All set for the start of the inning. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate.
Well, you got to give him credit out there on the mound. This outing started off a little shaky, but he's found a way to settle in and turn this into a pretty good start. Kind of shows you a lot about his mental makeup as a pitcher.
Just missed. Next offering is fouled back. Up and in, 2-2. What a stop. And they get the out.
Man, a lot going on that play. Diving stop to his right in that hole, and then gets up and takes it himself. Man, it's a one-man show.
Juan Soto now. He's already homered in this game. And it's fouled away. That's through there for a strike. One down, base is empty.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
That misses the zone, and that's ball 2.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking it bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. That one misses, and the count's full.
These first two hitters really making him work out there. Already 14 pitches this inning.
Grinding AB right here, about to see pitch number 10. Swing and a ground ball. Bebus fires over to first. He didn't make things easy for him there, but they still get the out.
The first baseman, Pete Alonso.
2 outs, base is empty. Next to hit, Pete Alonso. He's already homered here in this one. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Base knock right field. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in. And he'll pull into second with 2 gone.
You got to get on your horse and get to that ball and get it back in, because he's going to come barreling around first and put some pressure on you. If you bobble it or you don't get there in a hurry, it's going to make you look silly and end up on second base.
runner at second, 2 down. Now the third baseman, Mark Vientos. Very high with that one. Ball 1.
And the strategy of winning a ball game, when you can make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that can be the key to winning perhaps later on. So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 hole hitter up.
Man at second. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. The 1-1 is fouled off. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
Oh.
In the dirt. That one out to right. Nabs it, and that is that. Mets lead 1 as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Back now to start the bottom of the 5th, and taking over on the mound, Kodai Senga.
Still a lot of game left, and this game can go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
Bebas in the box lays off for ball 1. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Genesis Cabrera getting ready to go. Nunez, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike. Swing, and he breaks his bat. Picks it up with the bare hand, and very nicely done for the out.
Got to feel pretty good for the pitcher. Absolutely sawed him off. Bat explodes. And then he makes an easy play on it. Pretty satisfying if you're out there on the ball.
So now here's the DH, Ben Rice. Inside, just missed.
1-0.
The Yanks down by a run. Last half of inning number 5. On the ground, right side, Acuna. Tosses to first. Home man for the 5th inning, moving along. 2 quick outs.
The third baseman, number 99, Aaron Judge.
Here comes Aaron Judge. 1 for 2. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Pitch misses outside, and that is ball 1.
No strike.
And another ball.
2-0.
And that one is lifted in the air, and that'll do it.
Now pitching for the
We're
Yankees.
back, and they make a change to start
Number
the 6th.
38.
The new pitcher, Devin Williams.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Here's the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
The left fielder,
Went down
9,
looking on 3
Brandon
pitches last time.
Nimmo.
Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
Swinging a foul straight back.
Well, these Mets putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count off, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things difficult on the bullpen.
Outside low. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
And no, they haven't broken through in a big way in the runs column, but with the way they're grinding out at bats, it definitely feels like there's potential for more coming.
Struck him out swinging. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees.
The right fielder.
Starling Marte up to him.
Marte.
That's in for a strike. Williams, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
And that's way high, and it's 1-1. Activity in the bullpen. Mark Leiter Jr. getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Yarbrough getting cranked up as well. Not even close there. Now 2 balls and a strike.
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
Next offering misses down and away. As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that, somehow, some way, whether it's a hit by pitch, a walk, something bad happens, because outside of that.
Oh, gets dirty from his knees, the throw, and it beats him. What a play.
Great reaction there to get to the baseball, secure it, and then no time to get up and throw. Blows from one knee. That's a guy that's got a lot of confidence in his arm strength and accuracy.
And here is Francisco Alvarez. 0 for 2 in this one. And that catches the low inside corner. Good fastball.
And he's got deception in his delivery. And it's not that he's trying to deceive the hitters. He just has this natural flow that makes it hard for hitters to pick the ball up. It gets on them a little bit quicker than they anticipate, even though they know what the velocity numbers are.
Next offering is fouled back. Foul ball, still 0-2. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. 3 up, 3 down for him there. Heart of the order, 3, 4, 5 coming up. It's the Mets 2 and the Yankees 1. Back now with the Subway Series. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And stepping in for the Yankees, Cody Bellinger. Senga back to work. Late swing, foul to the left. Swing and a foul out of play. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Man, he'd like to have that pitch back.
Checks his swing. Now an appeal to third. No swing. Just held it back there. Got him. And 1 away. Now it's Goldschmidt up to the plate.
The first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
That one not close. 1-0. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. The Mets up by a run here in the bottom of the 6th. Pitch misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. On the ground, right side. Handles, throws to first, and they get Goldschmidt for the out.
The batter, number 11, shortstop, Anthony.
So up next, Anthony Volpe, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. That one fouled hard the other way. Two down, nobody on.
1-1.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
1-2.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the third straight at bat. So the Yanks go in order, and our score remains 2-1. So they turn to the veteran pitcher in this spot, Mark Leiter Jr. And he has some nasty breaking stuff.
Number 56, Mark Leiter Jr.
So digging in, Luis Angel Acuna.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
On the outside corner, it's 0-1.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
And
That's
ball 1. Here's a 1-2. Swing and a miss at the splitter, and it's a strikeout.
Oh, tough night at the dish. Punching out for the 3rd time right there. He just hasn't looked very comfortable at the plate. A little unsure of his timing right now. Not picking up the spin and location of these pitches. They'll have some adjustments to make.
Tyrone Taylor up now for the Mets. There's a swing and a drive. And no one can get there. Around first, heading for 2. And that's a double.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
One out, runner at second. Here's Francisco Lindor. Not your prototypical leadoff guy. Gets on base, yes, but also some power. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
Leiter, he's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts. In a tough spot like this, that is a big-time benefit. In the dirt.
1 ball,
Tag, save. He's into third of the wild pitch.
Nice job right there, recognizing the wild pitch and being able to move up to third because of it. Now they've got more options in terms of finding a way to bring him home.
That's a ball. 2-2.
The next offering misses, and the count's full.
Now, as a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss. Don't be surprised to ball on the ground to the corners if they come home with the baseball instead of going to first base.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Huge strikeout there.
Unafraid to throw it right there. That's trusting your stump. Just one out away from getting out of a huge jam.
It's Juan Soto. He had a big swing for these guys way back in the first inning.
Yeah, Boog, he didn't waste any time in this one. The solo shot really got his team going, and he's looking for more right here.
And there's a strike.
Some hitters are just more confident they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Taylor on third with 2 out. Liner, and this could be trouble. Runner from third comes across, and they lead by 2. It's a double. Third hit of the night for him.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. And next for the Mets, Pete Alonso. Lots of pop at the plate. Outfield playing back almost on the warning track. And there's a foul ball. Strike 2.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
That missed by a lot. And the count 1-2. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. A run on 2 hits, and they lead 1. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Mets 3 and the Yankees 1.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back
Mets.
in a new pitcher here to start the bottom
Number
of the 7th.
75.
Reed Garrett.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
So the batter now will be Trent Grisham.
The center fielder, Trent.
The Yankees
Grisham.
looking to rally. Swing and a miss. And that's strike 1. Garrett measures 6 feet 2 inches, 195 pounds, a former first-round pick back in 2018. Swing and a miss, struck him out on a splitter. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. I mean, you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
That one fouled off. One down, base is empty. And now it's even up.
He doubled up on the off speed there. We talk about the power fastball, but he's working a little differently here.
Stirring in the bullpen for the Mets. Dedniel Nunez up and throwing. Stanek also throwing. And that's off the outside edge. And it's 2-1. The Yankees trailing by 2 here at the bottom of the 7th. That one catches the corner for a strike.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. Coming out of the bullpen and throwing BBs.
Chance to strike out the side now.
The
You
left
talk
fielder,
about
number
the
24,
benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
And the batter now, Jason Dominguez. Up the middle, Acuna. Jump throw across his body. On the money, nice play. 1-2-3, go the Yankees. Score holds, it's 3-1.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Yankees.
back, and a new arm on the mound to start
Number
the 8th.
33.
Ryan Yarbrough.
And as
Roger.
relievers go, he's not a big strikeout
Roger.
guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
So here's the cleanup
Leading off for
hitter,
the Mets,
Mark
the third
Vientos.
baseman, Mark
1 for 3.
Vientos.
Missed with a changeup, and it's 1-0.
1-0.
More numbers retired and more world championships than any other franchise. The impact the Yankees have had on baseball really second to none, and you come here to this yard and it's all on display.
They've done well to win. They've done well to produce great players, great leaders. This is a city that expects nothing less than the very best in terms of they expect to see champions, and that's what they've gotten for the most part.
And he hits a ground ball right side, and foul ball. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. And in foul ground, he pulls it down. 1 out.
Now batting, left fielder Brandon Nimmo.
Next to hit, Brandon Nimmo.
Let's go, Yankees.
That one pushed to the left and foul. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Swing and a miss.
This guy's sink has so much drop angle. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That's going back. Back some more. And that one is gone. His second homer this series, and they tack one on the board. It's 4-1. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot.
Now it's the right fielder, Starling Marte. Strike on the inside corner. That misses, and now it's even 1-1.
Strike.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Out to short, Volpe. Throw, and it gets away. And this ball's going to wind up out of play.
Shortstops have to make some pretty difficult throws across the field sometimes. Might have tried to put a little too much behind that one, but clearly he got under the throw, didn't stay on top, not a good release point, and it just took off on him.
1 out, runner at second. Alvarez getting ready to hit. Right through there for a strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
Marte over at second, 1 down. Oh, and 2 now. And there's a ball. That one down the line, and that's just foul. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Luis Angel Acuna digs in now. 0 for 3 in this one. First pitch misses. And another ball.
2 balls. No strike.
The 2-0 is in for a strike. And that one fouled off. Runner at second, 2 down. Fly ball down the line. And he makes the catch. And that is that. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now a 4-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Ryan Stanek.
He's having a ton of success facing left-handed hitters this season, so this seems like a smart move to turn to him with a lefty at the plate.
Here's the second baseman, Jorby Vivas.
The second baseman.
The Yanks in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at-bat out of him right here.
And that one fouled off. Right side. And that one handled to first. And a quick out, number 1.
Well, I'm impressed with this guy's internal clock. He knew he had plenty of time to take that extra step, secure his grip on the baseball, and make a strong, accurate throw.
So now here's the DH, Ben Rice. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. That one finds the corner. That's strike 1. And that one in the air center field. Taylor snags it for the second out.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Now batting, the third baseman.
And now big number 99, Aaron Judge. Pitch is in there. 0-1.
Now, this is just par for the course these days. Huge fastballs coming out of the bullpen.
2 outs. Swing and a chopper out to short. Lindor sends it to first. Judge out on the play. Out number 3. Down in order go the Yankees. And they trail it 4-1. We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Tyler Matzik.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Tyrone Taylor up now for the Mets. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there are certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit, or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Grisham is there, makes the catch, and there's one down.
Shortstop, Francisco.
And now it's Frankie Lindor.
And what makes him even quicker is the fact that he's so dialed in on the pitch as it's moving through the hitting zone. He can see how that hitter's lined up, what he's trying to do, and where that pitch is going to end up, which gives him that really quick first step, and that's why he makes so many great plays.
So, man aboard. Here's Juan Soto.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Now here is Francisco Lindor. Inside. And this one is off and running.
First pitch, 7:06.
Here's a 1-1. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Whips it to first. One up, one down. Here's a Mets lineup now. A guy who's been huge for them over the last month plus, Brandon Nimmo.
Well, Boog, there aren't many guys who have a flair for the big moment like he does. I mean, batting over 400 with runners in scoring position. Are you kidding me? I know it's not guaranteed or an automatic, but I hope we get to see him in a close, late-game situation with runners in scoring position and just see, is he truly a machine or not?
Juan Soto now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Next offering is fouled back. Next one misses, and the count is 1-2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading the count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
And that one finds its way through. So a man aboard now with one away.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at-bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Here's Pete Alonso. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. And now the lefty swings and misses. And the count is 0-2. This one in the dirt. Man at first, one away. Got him swinging.
That is first. The third baseman,
Mark Vientos up now for the Mets. Swings through that one for strike one.
0-1.
Ball one there.
That's a ball.
Soto off of first with 2 away.
Go Yankees.
Left field. Dominguez settles under it, and that'll do it. Mets strand one, and now the Bombers will get their shot. No score. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here with my pal Singy. Starting on the mound in this one, Clay Holmes. What do you look for here?
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club, and coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled, batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
Now it's the DH, Ben Rice. That's inside, and that's ball one. Rice goes 6'1", hitting leadoff in today's game, and he's usually a first baseman, but today he's the designated hitter. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Nimmo has it sized up, brings it in, and there's one down. As we take a look now at the New York Yankees lineup. An offense that knows how to mash, Chris. Lots of power throughout the lineup. They're leading the league in homers right now.
Yeah, and I think when you're facing a team like this, pitchers coming in, they see the stats. They end up trying to nibble, trying to work on the edges, trying to expand the zone. And so I think the key, if these hitters can stay within themselves, obviously they have the ability to hit the ball a long way and score runs quickly. So we'll see how it goes in this one.
Aaron Judge, batting with one down, takes a strike.
Some people say that first basemen kind of have the day off regularly because they don't run around a whole lot. But when you think about it, they are involved in just about every single play, and there's a lot of stress that gets put on their legs. So a well-deserved day at the DH spot for him.
Just missed. It affects the game in so many ways, right? Your ability to come back is usually tied to power. If you can deliver a huge hit with one swing of the bat, it really changes your capability when you fall behind. That one almost got him. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. One out, bases empty.
Let's go Yankees.
3-2 now. Liner to second and picked on the hop. Over to first. Oh, he botches it.
Looked to me like he got on the side of the ball a little too much right there. Maybe a little too casual as well with the throwing motion. And when you don't stay on top of the ball and really get out front and finish with a good release point, it's very easy to lose control of it to either side.
Man at first with one gone. Bellinger up to hit. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Runner on the go. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. The 1-1. To first, maybe a 2-ball. Lindor, that's one. Over to Alonso for the inning-ending double play. We head to the second from the big ballpark in the Bronx. No score. Back in New York, here's Brandon Nimmo.
The left fielder, number 9, Brandon Nimmo.
Max Fried will go to work. And a foul ball. And that is out of play. That one outside. 1-2 to count.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. That one way inside.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Battling here as he fouls it away. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. It didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. Here's Starling Marte. That one off the mark. Ball 1. Second inning here, no score. Next offering is in for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. 2 down, bases empty. At the plate, Francisco Alvarez. Just missed.
That's the ball.
Two outs, base is empty. The 1-1 is fouled off. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Esquera gathers, throws to first. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here is Goldschmidt.
The first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
Holmes back to work. Right through there for a strike. Out to short. Tosses across to first. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
Batting fifth, the shortstop, Anthony.
Now here is Anthony Volpe.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
First pitch, and he just misses. On the ground to the left. In plenty of time to first. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2. Trent Grisham stepping in now for the Yankees.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing them down. He's settling in. You got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes.
Just off the outside edge. Ball 1. And a big swing and a miss.
Clearly, he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
That one missed.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
Just misses, and it's 3-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Two down, nobody on. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Draws the walk there. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
J.C. Esquera, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Batting 8, the left fielder, Jason.
And here is Jason Dominguez.
He's been showing off some pop lately. 3 homers already in this series.
Yeah, that's fouled off. The changeup missing, and the count is 1-1. 2 aboard, 2 outs. It's in and out of his glove. Gets off a throw. They get the force. Misplay doesn't cost them. Inning over. Yanks strand a pair. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. And welcome back to the ballpark. On to the 3rd inning, and stepping in is the speedy Luis Angel Acuna. And that one upstairs, ball one. That clips the corner. Check swing, called strike.
Well, he left that changeup up. Got away with one there, and he'll take it, but doesn't want to make that mistake again.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Upstairs. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. Tyrone Taylor up now for the Mets. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. First offering, and it just misses. Top of the third, no score. Next pitch is downstairs.
That's a ball.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
And that's in for a strike.
3-1.
Fouled off. He was late. And he grounds one to the right side. Bebus throws to first. First two batters retired here in the top of the third.
Now batting, the shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
So the lineup flips over. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. Grounded out his first time up. There's the strike.
The guy's going this good. He's retired 7 in a row. You got to step out of the box, fake bunt, do something to break it up.
That one at 95 missed up top. 1 ball, 1 strike. Just missed.
2-1.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And that keeps the inning going.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Here's Juan Soto. Fouled off left side. Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. We're here in the top half of inning number 3.
Ball.
That's hard hit on the line. Dominguez makes the catch, and that is that. Mets lead 1, and we're still knotted at 0. Back at Yankee Stadium as we go to the last of the third. And now, Jorbeat Bebus. Little chopper rolls foul. Slides looks for the stop. Fires to first. Nicely done for the out.
We saw a few skills on display there for the out. Technique was great. Reaction time was there. And the slide was smooth. Watching that play come together was really fun.
So the batting order turns over. Ben Rice, the next to hit. Fly to left his first time. And downstairs.
1 ball, no strikes.
Missed with a changeup, and it's 2-0.
2-0 count. You really don't want to give in here. You've got to work the edges, really execute a pitch. Hopefully you can get back into this count.
And he dodges that fastball. That's a walk. Went with another changeup but missed the spot.
You know, Boog, it's been said these guys are savages in the box. You can see it right there with such tight plate discipline.
One down. And stepping in for the Yankees, Aaron Judge.
Judge enjoyed success at the major league level right away. He hit 52 home runs as a rookie, breaking Mark McGwire's record, and became the first Yankee to win Rookie of the Year since some guy named Derek Jeter.
Judge waits. Sinker catches the zone at the knees.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
In there, got him looking, and that one split the plate.
Well, he made pretty quick work of him right there. You look at the sequence, everything down at the knees and below. And some guys are good low ball hitters, but right there, they clearly had a plan to pound that part of the zone, and he wasn't able to put up much of a fight.
And here comes Bellinger. He's 0 for 1. That's in there. 0-1. Holmes picks over Rice. Back on a dive. Rice leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. Foul ball there. And down on strikes. That ends the frame. The Yanks lead 1. Still no score. Back at Yankee Stadium, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Pete Alonso. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, these Mets, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today. And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Three and two.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And the polar bear strikes out.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Vientos batting for the second time, and that's strike one.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
And that drops in for a strike. Misses off the plate, and that's ball one.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
And that's down and away.
Three balls, two strikes.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound, he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Towards first. Takes it himself. He made the pitcher earn that out after a long at bat.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Now the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Fought off foul. Nimmo goes 6 feet 3 inches, 31 years old, and he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in the state of Wyoming. In the air, left field, down the line. He can't squeeze it, and it drops in foul. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Good job to fight that one off. Center field. Grisham settles under it. And that is that. On to the bottom of the 4th now. Still with no score. Back now with the Subway Series.
For the Yankees,
ready to go, bottom 4. And now, Paul Goldschmidt. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Yo 1. Tap foul at the plate. Stays alive.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
In the dirt. Now 1-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. The 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Alonso hauls it in, and there's one away.
The batter, number 11, shortstop Anthony Volpe.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Volpe grounded out his first time. That's a ball. Went with the sweeper. Next offering in there for a strike. And that is strike one. Swing and a foul out of play. And now it's 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K is his third of the game.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
Trent Grisham stepping in now for the Yankees. He reached on a walk his first time. Outside. All tied up. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Ripped to short. Lindor on to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Yanks held in check. And we are still scoreless. Back now with the Subway Series.
The right fielder,
Starling Marte
6,
up to hit.
Starling Marte.
Free back to work. That misses the zone, and that is ball one.
Well, these Mets doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They haven't produced a run yet, but the pitch count for the starter is starting to climb, so they're hoping that starts to pay off soon.
Just missed.
And I think they're in a good spot thanks to their pitching, but no one would be shocked if this offense strings something together to take the lead.
And that misses. 3-1. It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Catcher, Francisco.
And now the catcher comes up to him. Francisco Alvarez. 0 for 1 so far.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
Marte gets his lead at first with nobody out.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And that one is lifted in the air. Grisham trying to get there. Makes the grab, and there's one away.
The batter number 2, second baseman, Luis Angel Acuna.
Luis Angel Acuna up now for the Mets. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Right through there for a strike. Ripped to first. Dives for the bag. Got him. Double play. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. And we still have no score. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's the catcher, J.C. Esquera.
Number 25.
And a strike.
You know, these Yankees just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They really haven't worked many deep counts or long at-bats, and that's fine if you're having a lot of success. But at this point, I think it's time to make an adjustment.
Pitch misses there. The count now 2-2. Swung out, belted. Deep. That one way back there. That one's going to land. Not so much here, but here. That's worth the price of admission. And they jump out front. It's 1-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Jason Dominguez. He's 0 for 1. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1.
Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
That's a ball.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Last half of inning number 5. And that's outside. Holmes, maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, guys, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
On the ground to third. Vientos whips it to first. 1 away.
Now
that ground ball may have him back on track after the homer.
Vida.
So up next, Jorbeat Bebos. Rolled out to second in his first at bat. Well, he's been good for the most part. Is it going to take someone going out to the mound to maybe refocus him a bit?
Well, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I liken it to you. Sometimes you come in and you're not as focused, and I kind of do what it takes to get you on track, and then you have a great show. So perhaps it's the same with him. Nobody really wants their rhythm broken up, but sometimes they need a little pick-me-up.
And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. Next offering is fouled back. One down, base is empty. Fights that one away, still 1-2.
Just trying to protect, keep the at-bat alive.
Next offering is outside. Foul tip into the mid, struck him out.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Ben Rice stepping in now for the Yankees. And that's off the inside edge, and it's 1-0.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
2 outs and a foul ball. foul ball. He stays alive. Two down, nobody on. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. The Yanks do get 1 on the solo homer. It's now a 1-0 ball game. Back after this on the show. Back now with the Subway Series. Top 6.
Tyrone.
And now the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Check swing, appeal to first, and he won around. Just enough that time. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. That one missing inside.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
That one the other way. Makes the catch for the out.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Here's Francisco Lindor, 1 for 2. And there's a foul ball. And now the 0-1. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. A little bit high. Going to count 1 and 2.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Way upstairs, 2 and 2. That's down and in.
Full count.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. That one is absolutely belted. And that gets down in the corner. Around first, digging for 2. Throws to second, but he's in there easily.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Just a really nice job of turning on that pitch and smoking it down the line. And there's no one playing there, so once it drops in fair, you're on your way to extra bases. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
And now Juan Soto. Ball 1, no strikes. Ground ball, Goldie. Takes it to the bag, steps on first, and it's out number 2.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
And here's the first baseman, Pete Alonso. 0 for 2 in this one. So right-handed slugger at the plate. Chris, you surprised that the lefty is still in there?
Extremely. I mean, you've got arms down in the bullpen, and there's somebody down there that can match up, try to get out of this jam.
Grisham is there, makes the catch. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. Yankees 1 and the Mets nothing. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Kodai Senga.
Well, walks have certainly been an issue for him this season, so we'll see what kind of command he has.
Kodai Senga.
Well, One-run game. Here's a big power threat. Aaron Judge. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game. Outside low, 1-0. Action in the Mets bullpen. Dedniel Nunez up and loosening in the pen. Next offering misses, and the count is 2-0. Fastball for a strike.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
That misses the zone, and the count is 3-1. That's to third. Slides, but it gets by him.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one. Ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics.
Man at first, nobody out. Here comes Cody Bellinger. Swinging a foul straight back. That one ripped right center field. Bang! They must be going crazy in the dugout. And they add on. It's 3-0.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Goldie in the box now. No balls and a strike. Yankees up by 3. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And the count 1-2. Got him. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Oh, you know that's got to be very frustrating for this guy. He knows the strike zone extremely well. And you know what? Good hitters are not going to compromise. He'll take that punch out, but ultimately stick with his plan and have more success than anything else.
So digging in, Anthony Volpe. And ball 1. Still only 1 out here in the inning. He swings and fouls one off. That's off the inside corner. It's 2-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. 2 outs, base is empty. And stepping in for the Yankees, Trent Grisham. That's off the mark. Ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
Sliced hard but foul. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here in the bottom of the 6th. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. That completes the strikeout, inning over. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. It's now 3-0. You're dialed into the show.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Yankees.
back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher
Number
on the mound.
71.
Ian Hamilton. He last pitched 2 days ago.
Hamilton.
Now, Mark
Leading off for the Mets,
Vientos.
the third baseman, Mark Vientos.
Not close with that one. Ball one. Hamilton, a righty that throws with power. He features a slider, a sinker, and he works in a four-seamer. In there at the knees.
Well, in this one, the offense has sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least one run. Then maybe you get 2 or 3.
That one is hammered right field. That's back. And brings it in at the wall.
Well, that one ended up a lot closer to home run than I thought off the bat. Clearly didn't get it all. But with that wind blowing out to right, almost pushed that one over the wall.
Now at the plate, Brandon Nimmo. And that's in for a strike. Movement in the Yankees pen. Ryan Yarbrough getting loose out there. Hill warming up as well. The Yankees leading by 3 here in the top half of inning number 7. Next offering in there for a strike. And a count 1-2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
With that fastball, even though it's high velocity, you've got to live on the outer edges. When it's right on a tee, right down the middle, professional hitters are not going to have a problem turning it around.
And now the right fielder, Starling Marte. Runner takes off. Pitch misses inside. Safe at second with a stolen base. And another ball. Nimmo leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. And that one is downstairs. And it's 3-0. And there's ball 4. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Definitely lost the handle during that sequence. 4 pitches for the walk, and that last one didn't even threaten the zone. Catcher might want to go talk to him.
Miguel Guadalupe Canovodes, gracias por suscribirte.
And that one fouled off.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Tying run at the plate. Inside. And 1-1.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
That one's in there. And the count 1-2. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
So far, just one of those days for this lineup. You get a couple of runners on, and you're looking at having a big inning, and that strikeout right there just pours water on the fire. You look for the next hitter to step up and try to do something, pick up his teammate and his club.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Ian Hamilton out of the game. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching for the
New
Yankees.
pitcher for the Yankees, Tim Hill.
Number 41.
And he's been really shutting down hitters from the right side of the plate this year. Not a lot of hard contact, not a lot of hits, period.
Now it's the second baseman, Luis Angel Acuna. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog, not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
And that is out of play. The tying run at the plate and fouled off. Check swing. Now we look down to first. And he won around. Not an easy call there, but that puts an end to the inning. Tidy work out of the Yankee bullpen there. 7th inning stretch time. Yankees 3 and the Mets nothing.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back
Mets.
in a new pitcher here to start the
Number
bottom of the 7th.
72.
Dedniel Nunez.
Dedniel
He has a great
Nunez.
slider with tons of movement. J.C.
Leading
Esquera
up for
stepping
the
in now
Yankees,
for the Yankees.
the catcher,
He's
number
already homered in
25.
this game. And he deals. And first offering is fouled off. And
One
there's the
ball,
ball.
1 strike.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Let's go, Yankees. Show how it's done.
That's a little bit low.
Let's go, Yankees.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Fights it off. He'll see another.
Looking good, Yankees.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout.
The
You
left
can't be
fielder,
mad at
number
yourself after an
24,
at-bat like that one.
Jason.
Now it's the switch hitting outfielder,
Dominguez.
Jason Dominguez. And there's the strike.
0-1.
Next offering is fouled back. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter,
Now
and I'm
batting,
sure that's going to
the
sit on
second
him for a
baseman,
little while.
Joe.
You want to be ready to hit the
Vida.
fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Bebas up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. There's the strike.
1-1.
Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
1-2.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side in the 7th. 1-2-3 go the Yankees. But they lead it 3-0. Back for more
Leading
from
off
the
for the
Bronx.
Mets,
And the
the
batter
center
now,
fielder,
Tyrone
Tyrone
Taylor. Singing, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Pitch misses there, and that's ball one.
He's so solid, calms the heart rate of the pitcher and the manager when the ball goes up in the air. You just automatically assume that it's an out every time it's hit in the air.
Late swing fouled off.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Really nice job, a two-strike hitting in that at bat. Just kept it simple, played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Here's the Mets leadoff man, Francisco Lindor. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. And a foul ball. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. Next offering is fouled back. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. Just misses with that one.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say,
Nope,
I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Tied him up on a fastball inside.
You usually are going to see that inside fastball a little longer coming in from the opposite side, but that pitch really got in on him right there. I mean, that's a well-thrown pitch. Tough to do anything with that in terms of getting the hands through and the sweet spot of the bat to the baseball.
Soto stands in now and watches strike one. Now a 1-1.
One ball, one strike.
And a
Two
breaking
balls,
ball
one
misses
strike.
outside.
Ball three. 3-1.
Taylor, the base runner at first with one out. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. The other way. Dominguez makes the grab. 2 down.
Now batting, the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
And here comes the Yankees manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Tim Hill is done. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for the
So the
Yankees.
closer summoned from the bullpen,
Number
Thomas
59.
Almanzar, on for his major league
Almanzar.
debut. So we'll see if he's ready for the big stage.
He just has to remember this is the same game that he's played all the way through the minor leagues to this point. The only difference, there are just more people in the stands and it's a bigger stadium, but the game itself is still the same. Look at the catcher, whatever fingers he puts down, that's what you throw, and just let him lead you in this one.
Alonso in the box here, lets that one go for a ball. The Mets trailing by 3, and we're in the top of the 8th. Swing and a pop-up, foul out of play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. The 1-1 is fouled off. Two outs. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Goldie makes the grab, and that'll do it. Mets strand 1. They trail it here 3-0.
Now pitching for
Back
the Mets.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we
Number
roll into the
92,
bottom of the 8th. Genesis Cabrera.
Genesis
This southpaw's
Cabrera.
been really good against left-handed hitters. So now the DH
Leading
spot,
up
Ben
for the
Rice.
Yankees, the designated hitter, Ben Rice.
First
No,
pitch
that's a ball.
misses. Hard hit to third. Sends it across to first. One gone to the bottom of the 8th.
The third baseman, number 99, Aaron.
Now it's Aaron Judge up
Judge.
to the plate. 1 for 3. Popped up. Acuna. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, right fielder, Cody Bellinger.
Here's Cody Bellinger. He's already homered here in this one. The first one to Bellinger is in for a strike.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
Next offering is downstairs.
1-1.
Right through there for a strike. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. So they go quietly there. 9th inning coming up. Yankees 3 and the Mets nothing. Back in the
Leading off
Bronx,
for the
all
Mets,
set to
the
start the
third
9th in
baseman,
this
Mark
one. Here's the third baseman,
Vientos.
Mark Vientos. A little bit low, and it's 1-0. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Big at bat right here. He did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
That's in for a strike on the outside corner, and the count is 1-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
Right side, hard hit. And they're down to their last out.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
Marte.
And next for the Mets, Starling Marte. Ground ball, and this should do it. Thebus. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Yankees claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense.
The ball for his first career save deserves to be on display at his house. I mean, it's kind of like when a restaurant frames its first dollar bill somewhere on a wall. You just can't forget your first save.
A shutout in this one. 3-0 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.